Woohoo! Oh my God, I didn't even see this. This is a nice mutton.
Yep. That's that Nick's work right there.
We're eating good tonight.
That's right, baby.
All right, guys, well, we just made it to the bait spot here. Hurricane Ada just came through, and this is actually our first time fishing in about a week, or maybe even week and a half. So I have no idea what's going on out here, but the first thing that we're gonna do today is we're gonna catch some live ballyhoo, and that's gonna be the bait that we're gonna be using all throughout the day. And once we do that, we're just gonna go ahead and get on the edge in about 100 feet, and we're just gonna cover all the bases. We're gonna put a rod on top, we're gonna put a rod on the bottom, and then we're gonna do one kind of in the middle of the water column, and we're just gonna see what we can catch today. Like I said, I have no idea what's been going on out there. I don't even think anybody's been fishing because the weather's been so bad. Today was actually supposed to be a pretty nice morning, but we're dealing with about 10, 15 knot winds, but we're not giving up. We're out here on the bay boat. New boat's supposed to be here in about 2 weeks, so this is all we got for right now, so we're gonna make it happen. Let's do it. So this right here is what's called a hoop net. The reason why we don't use a cast net on these ballyhoo is just because the hoop net's a lot easier on them. It's also a lot stealthier, and what I mean by that is this hoop net, it just drags behind the boat rather than a cast net where you're actually throwing the net on top of the bait. So this seems to work best. What's awesome about it too is a beginner can come out here and catch bait like nothing. And we're about to show you here real quick. If you notice, I have a water bottle right here. It's tied to the hoop net. It's filled up halfway with salt water, and that's just to give it some type of buoyancy. If the current's really, really heavy, you don't have to worry about doing that, but that's just kind of my preference. That's what I like doing. So now the ballyhoo are in front of the net, so we're just gonna start pulling real slow. We want it to be real subtle. We don't want to do it too fast because we don't want to spook all the ballyhoo. Yeah, but you can just see how simple it is to do this. I mean, no cast net throwing, nothing too difficult going on here. All you gotta do is pull. All right, guys, so we just idled out to the edge here. Luckily, our bait spot really isn't all that far. We were bait fishing in about 30 feet, now we're in about 100 feet. And basically what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be using my trolling motor on a north heading just to slow troll this entire edge. We're trying to catch whatever wants to eat. Like we said earlier, we're gonna put a bait at each portion of the water column, excuse me. We're gonna put one on top, one in the middle, and one on the bottom, and just see what we can catch. You don't need a trolling motor to do this. You can do this on a combustion motor as well. Right now we're going into the current probably at about ½ mile an hour, and I guess we won't really know what we can catch until we try. So let's see what we can do. All right, no more messing around. We're bringing them up as fast as possible because we just got cut off by something. Gotta put the heat on them. I don't have time to take off this weight, so we're just gonna hand line them. What do we got? Feels like a good fish right here. Holy moly! Look at the size of this yellowtail right here. That thing is a stud. Look at the size of them. That is what you call a flag right there. This is typically how they get in the Bahamas and Key West, but here in Key Largo, the upper Keys, I mean, this is a monster yellowtail right there. That is sick. So we're gonna keep him. This is a fish that we are gonna keep because yellowtail, they taste delicious. And not to mention, this one is massive. There we go, baby. Just had a good fish hit here, guys. Let's see what we got. Seems to be staying on the surface, so. It's weird though, it hit on the bottom. This was a bottom rod and it came straight up. So I'm curious as to see what we got here. The uncertainty gets you. There's our weight. Let's try to unclip that. There's a lot of barracudas and sharks here, so I'm not gonna take this weight off. I'm just gonna try to free line this fish as quick as possible. Let's see what we got, see what we got. Oh, kingfish, check that out. So in this situation, we gotta get this weight off. Got a king on right now. Let's unclip this weight. So people love kingfish. These are actually delicious to smoke. We'll bring them in the boat here real quick, show them to you guys. Check out those teeth. Circle hook doing work all day long. We actually almost lost him, if you can see that. His teeth chafed up that leader real good. I actually think I'm gonna keep this guy and I'm gonna give it to my brother-in-law, Alex. He loves smoking fish. And I know he'll be pretty happy when I tell him I got a kingfish for him. So he's gonna go in the box, baby. Nice, another species. I have to start making more room here. There we go. Fish on, guys, we got something good on here. Just kind of pull them like a mutton. I'll tell you what, I'll be a really happy man if we got one here. Oh. Staying on the slow troll. Got the live ballyhoo on the bottom. Let's see what we got. See what we can add to the plethora. We got a yellowtail, we got a kingfish. And I gotta tell you, this is feeling like a mutton, baby. You're about to see a really happy man here in a second, if that's what it is. Just trying to work it real slow. See what we got. Oh, dude. Oh my God. This one's bigger than the last one. This thing is a stud. That's bigger than some mutton snapper I've caught. That thing is huge. This right here, I mean, I'm curious. I want to see how long this fish is. Okay, so they have to be 12 inches in order to be legal. So this thing is almost double the size of a legal yellowtail. That is insane. So something I like to do, guys, is I like to keep my ice in the actual bags. The reason why, if you can see at the bottom of the cooler here, we have all of the fish just sitting right there without any ice on them. What that's gonna allow us to do is it's gonna allow us to completely cover all of these fish. In addition to that, say for example, you don't catch any fish at the end of the day, you could always take this ice, just throw it right back in the freezer, but that's just something I like to do, just so like I don't have my fish sitting on top of the ice. Those fish are completely underneath the ice, and that's gonna keep them as fresh as possible. Go, baby, another fish on the bottom. Guys, what is so crazy right now? Nick and I were just talking about it. You can look straight over to the west, and I'm looking at my house. We are literally in my backyard. We have such great fishing here in the Florida Keys, and a lot of that's to thank, you know, FWC everybody following the regulations. We actually have a charter boat fishing right next to us over there. And it's insane that these guys go out every single day and they're catching fish. And what do you know? Another nice yellowtail. Check that out. So I did not expect to film a yellowtail video today, because usually when you're catching yellowtail, you're chumming them up really, really heavy. But we're catching them on the bottom on live ballyhoo. It's not as effective, but it's definitely working very, very well today. These yellowtail are on fire on the bottom, and every single one of them is large. They're all nice sized yellowtail. Cool, man. So we have a little bit of a dilemma going on right now. I'm flying the drone and we just hooked up, and it's about to lose battery. So hopefully Nick can get him. There we go, got the drone. Seems like a pretty good fish, whatever it is.
I thought it was a shark at first.
Yeah, so Nick thinks it's a shark. Let's see if Nick's right. I hope he's wrong, because it'd be really cool if we got another fish. What is that? Dude, is that a mutton? Bro, you just caught a mutton, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Right there, baby. Nice, dude. That's a fat one too. I've been waiting all day to catch a mutton. What do you know? The drone's up, battery's dying. Nick got it done. Good job, bro. That is sick. I'm more excited for you than when I catch fish.
We're eating good tonight.
That's right, yellowtail, mutton, kingfish. And we haven't even gotten to the good part yet. We haven't even given them the bonus.
This is what I'm talking about.
What a day so far, man. Hey, right there, baby. Nice. All right, guys, what a day so far. Multiple yellowtail, not to mention big yellowtail, a kingfish, and a mutton snapper to wrap it all up. And we're not done. I made a promise to Stephanie that I would take her tuna fishing. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna head inshore. We're gonna try to catch some live pilchards, because tuna love live pilchards. And this time of year, towards the end of November, tuna fishing is really, really good offshore. So we're gonna head out about 20 miles after we pick her up. We're gonna take a little break, grab a cup of coffee, and we're gonna head out there and try to get on that sunset bite. Alrighty, let's go. The reason why we're transferring right now is because there's not enough oxygen in one live well for all of these baits. And these are all razor bellies too. All razor bellies. Well, that was easy. So we're just gonna go back to the house, wait for Stephanie to get off work, and we got all of our baits. So the only thing that's in between us and some tuna is about 20 miles, so let's do it, baby. as you can see, we finally made it back to the house here. And if you guys haven't seen our last video, Hurricane Ada came through. It completely rearranged our yard. So that's why it looks so bad right now. But one thing I have noticed is this water is the bluest I've seen it in a very long time. So that's definitely a very positive aspect of hurricanes when they come through. They clean up all the water, get rid of all the seaweed, get rid of all the algae. That water just looks amazing. So here she is, finally, the woman we've been waiting on. But at this point, we're gonna head offshore, we're gonna pull on some tunas, but I'm gonna be holding the camera. I'm gonna let Nick fish, which is behind the camera. And
big guns over here.
That's right. They're even wearing the same shirt too.
I know. You know, we had to team up and match, you know?
That's right. All right, so let's get going. Let's catch some fish.
Finally, baby.
Woo! That's a nice one. You saw that?
Nice. 70's got one on. Come on, girl. Yeah, that's a big tuna. You see how he's pinwheeling all the way around the boat? Got a nice one?
Oh my gosh. Crap.
Oh, there we go. First blackfin of the day. Nice job, Nick. That's what I'm talking about. Doubled up. All right, let's get these suckers to the boat now.
Oh, this is a nice one.
Tuna number 3. Come on, baby. Look at all that.
I haven't fished in a while and I can feel it.
Doubled up in that Avail gear. Oh my Lord. You got it, Nick? You got it? Look at that, baby. That is a monster blackfin right there. Nice work,
Hopefully
Nick.
they come in pack.
That one's just as big. Come on, baby. Get him. Get him. Oh, talk about a day of fishing. Yellowtail, mutton snapper, kingfish, and now we're slaying the tunas.
Oh my God, I didn't even see this. This is a nice mutton.
Yep. That's that Nick's work right there.
Eating good tonight.
That's right, baby.
All right, guys, as you can see, an amazing day of fishing, but the sun's going down. At one point, we do have to go home, and I think right now is just about that time, but what more could you ask for? I mean, that's what it's all about. That's fishing in the Florida Keys at its finest. So we'll see you guys back at the house at the fillet table. We're gonna clean all these fish up, and we're gonna get to cooking. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna make a cut behind this tuna's head right here, making sure to get all that meat out. And they have a tough spot right here, so you gotta kind of work that knife real hard. We're just gonna go straight down his backbone, come out through that tail, come around his shoulder, go around his pec fin, go down his belly, and then we're gonna come around the back side of the tail, make another cut right underneath there. Then we're gonna flip them over, do the same exact thing on the other side. Perfect. So now that we have the cuts on both sides of the fish, we're just gonna start running that knife right along his back. Start removing that meat real nice. I'm not gonna remove it completely just because it's easier to do this side if there's something for that fish to lay up against. Boom. That's one side right there. And let's finish off the other side. Look at all those pilchards in his stomach. Crazy. Just like that. All right. So now that we got the meat off the fish, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the bellies right here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the bloodline. You always remove the bloodline just because that's gonna remove the fishy taste. So as you can see right here, there's that red strip. So we're just gonna make a cut right around that. You can see this is kind of a bigger tuna, so that's a really thick bloodline. That's gone. And what we're gonna do here is get right underneath the skin. Run that knife all the way down. And there we go. That is it right there. So this fish is ready to eat. I gotta tell you, that is some beautiful, beautiful tuna meat right there. We're gonna do all the rest of these fish, but after we get done, we're gonna head upstairs. We're ready to eat. It's been a long day.
Well, what's up, everyone? It's Friday. I just got paid and I got some tuna to make. Well, anyways, so we've had a fantastic day. We've caught tuna, some mutton snapper, we've got some yellowtail, a kingfish. But tonight we're making the tuna. We're gonna make it a little different. We're gonna make tuna steaks, very simple. We're on a crunch for time. Like I said, we were fishing all day, so we're gonna whip something up real quick. So all I needed to have is my salt, my pepper, some sesame oil, some cayenne pepper, soy sauce, honey, when you wanna get a little sweet. And then you got some sesame seeds, and you can garnish it on top with some green onions. All right, so let's get started. All right, so now I'm just gonna put my tuna in my marinade and just let it sit for a few minutes, and then just put it on the stovetop and cook it for a few minutes. So I've had my fish sitting in the marinade, so now I'm gonna take it out and start cooking it. But since I cut my pieces so small, I'm only gonna sear it for like 30 seconds on each side. I want it as raw as possible. All right, so now all I gotta do is garnish it, and I'm just gonna put some sesame seeds, green onions, and voila.
Well, I'd have to say this is definitely probably one of the most impressive meals
Really?
that you've ever put together for Life by the Bow. Unfortunately, we didn't film the ceviche because we made that way earlier than everything else, and we were just so eager to get eaten because it's been such a long day. And it's just such a good feeling to have everybody watching and everybody be a part of it and be a part of this, because this is awesome.
It is amazing, and what's awesome about it is that we're doing what we love and you guys are enjoying it. Got off of work today and, you know, just got on the boat and had an amazing afternoon.
Such a cool time.
I know. So let's get digging in.
Yeah, so, all right, so let's start with the ceviche first, because that's more like an appetizer, I feel like. This is from the yellowtail that we caught today.
Yes.
That is so good. Delicious. Some of the best, I'm not even saying it because she made it. This is better than any ceviche that I've ever tasted. Stephanie makes some of the best ceviche.
Thank you, thank you. I've had a lot of practice lately.
Let's try this tuna now. I'm actually dipping mine in a mixture of wasabi and soy sauce.
So good. I did the same thing.
That is delicious. And it makes you think, like when you go to a sushi restaurant, how old is that sushi? You know? And this was literally caught today. It's seared, so it's still raw. All the inventory should be in by the beginning of December. We have t-shirts now, which I'm so excited about. New boat's supposed to be here in about 2 weeks, so there's so much to look forward to. In addition to that, we're getting married in February.
Yeah, so much to come. We're super pumped, and we're gonna leave you guys with that. And I hope you guys enjoyed our video, and we will see you next time.
Thanks so much,
Bye.
guys.